Hello, Nigeria. This is Newsline, and I am Becky Madujemo. After the news segment, which will follow this brief intro, you will meet Okufunke, a female who, by a stroke of luck, survived a death sentence. Her voyage to the sea will be told, along with vital information on why her type must be protected from human predators. Also rescued from a life that would have been chaotic, if not tragic, is a group of teenagers. Get your tissues ready is a story that touches the heart. Now, about the heart. Most adults have experienced the shake-up, at least once in their lifetime. In fact, some people have been through it countless times. I'm talking about heartbreak. They say, not me, that it's a very painful feeling, sometimes even unto death. A few people will be sharing their stories with us. Another piece in the works x-rays the latest cosmetic tricks adopted by fashion-forward Nigerians to beat the aging process. Have you heard that 60 is the new 40? We'll have to see how about that and other interesting reports after Isaac Nkuma is done with the news. Great to see you, Isaac.
Good to see you too, Becky, and it's nice to have you back. Good evening and welcome to the news segment. President Muhammadu Buhari has written to the National Assembly of his desire to extend his leave in order to complete and receive the results of series of tests recommended by his doctors. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says the President had planned to return to Abuja Sunday evening, but was advised to complete the test cycle before returning. Mr. Adesina states that the notice has since been dispatched to the Senate President and Speaker, House of Representatives. Mr. President expresses his sincere gratitude to Nigerians for their concern, prayers, and kind wishes. And I have with me in the studio the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, to throw more light on this. Mr. Adesina, it's nice to have you in the studio.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now, first it was a 10-day vacation, and now we're having an extension. Could you throw more light on the state of health of Mr. President?
Yes, when he was leaving on January 19, we announced that it was a vacation during which he will also do routine medical checkups. Now, those checkups have thrown up things that need to be further looked at, and that is why he is asking for this extension of the vacation.
All right. Now, we don't have details of how much time he's asked.
No.
And so,
the time is not stated, and that reason is not far to seek, because Mr. President transmitted power to his vice, who is now the acting president. So he doesn't need to be under that pressure of time again, because there is no vacuum in government. There is an acting president. Therefore, the doctors can then exhaustively look at him and give him a clean bill of health before he returns home.
Now, so much is trending on the social media. Various rumors have been peddled on the social media. So what's your message to Nigerians while waiting?
Well, my message will be what I've also said before: goodwill. Let's have goodwill towards our president. We as human beings must have goodwill towards one another. Any man can be sick, any man can get well, any man can even die. We are mortals. They say mortals mean doomed to die. Anybody can die. So anybody that falls sick can also get well. Therefore, all those who peddle those evil, mischievous, malicious, and malevolent rumors on social media need to have a rethink. Instead of all that evil wishes, they should have goodwill towards the president.
Mr. Adesina, thank you very much for coming on
Thank you.
the news tonight.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, a report quoting the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, as saying President Muhammadu Buhari's return to Nigeria may be hampered by a faulty aircraft has been described as fake and untrue. A statement by the Special Assistant to the Minister, Segun Adeyemi, reveals that Alhaji Mohammed has not spoken to anyone on the issue of the President's return, and as such, the report should be disregarded. And in line with its determination to ensure more tourism sites are located and developed for the overall interest of the country as the federal government pursues its economic diversification agenda, Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed has visited the Owuf waterfalls located at the Felodun Council area of Kwara State. Anthony Forson reports.
It's about 150 meters.
Owuf local area of Kwara State is known as one of the highest spectacular stunning waterfalls in the West Coast. Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed took time to visit the site with the belief that it will be showcased to would-be investors as the federal government takes the initiative to commence.
Because tourism is not a standalone ministry. Without the cooperation of other ministries, most importantly, the government must not look at the balance sheet. No. They must look at the intangible contribution this is going to make to the lives of the people of Obanere, Isi, Ifelodun, and that it's going to open up the entire place. And I'm happy I've come here personally today. I've seen it, and the next meeting of the steering committee of the PCT, I'll be able to put this across.
Fallen from a height of about 120 meters to form a pool of water, in the rainy season, it is covered with a soothing forest and beautiful vegetation. Anthony Forson, NTA News.
And to security matters now, Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuku Buratai, has directed troops deployed to southern Kaduna to move into the forest and fish out criminals responsible for the recent crisis. This was in Kaduna for the foundation laying of the newly approved Nigerian Army Forward Operation Base in Kafanchang. Defense correspondent Ismail Musa has details.
Call was Niti, a community in Jama'a local government area, southern Kaduna, the first victim of May 2016 crisis.
Army, since they come here, we get better. Every day we are happy.
For years, these agrarian community and herdsmen, both alleged parties in the unfortunate incident that later spread to Godogodo, Manchok, and Samarun Kataf, lived together peacefully.
It is encouraging to see the parties involved in the recent southern Kaduna crisis reunite and live in peacefully. What is important is how to ensure the sustenance of this relationship.
Southern Kaduna has in the past experienced series of crises, but with the President Muhammadu Buhari recent approval for the establishment of the Nigerian Army Forward Operation Base in Kafanchan and Kachia, this might be the last.
It will be the last one, not only because of what we are doing, investing in security, but because we are going to prosecute those that caused this mayhem.
First phase of this project is going to be in the form of a forward operating base, and from there we develop it to a full battalion. Be rest assured, in the next 3 months, the FOB will be ready.
The Army Chief earlier encouraged troops stationed in the area to adhere strictly to the rules of engagement, but deal decisively with criminal elements, and urged traditional rulers to support the quest for lasting peace and unity. From Kachia in Kaduna State, Ismail Musa, NTA News.
A Nigerian Youth for Buhari says it is providing an alternative platform by way of youth change convention instead of resorting to rallies and protests that could be hijacked by those with dubious motives. The group stated this during a media briefing in Abuja. Abdullahi Garba Bendunkudu reports.
The Nigerian Youth for Buhari, also known as Youth for Change, says the planned convention to hold for 5 days would provide opportunity for the younger generation to interact with those in authority.
Including two-faced, they call him Two-Baba, including Two-Baba and representatives of each, to please join. Let's ask questions. You want to make it clear again, this is not a government initiative. So whoever wants to be on board should know that he will be allowed to take part in it.
While denouncing what it described as premeditated move to debase the efforts and popularity of the present administration, The group advised youth to continue to have faith in the government. It therefore highlighted efforts in the area of security, economic diversification, and the resounding 2017 budget as a clear signal of good days ahead.
Yet so far, we have seen more than a diligent push to shift our economy from a mono economy powered by oil and gas to a more diverse economy. Agriculture and its possibilities are being embraced by many.
The date for the 5-day convention to attract more than 2,000 youth will be announced soon. In Abuja, Abdullahi Garba Kudu, NTA News.
Preparatory to the kickoff of the cash transfer scheme of the federal government social investment program, the National Social Safety Net's Coordinating Office, NASCO, has begun training of community-based targeting teams in 6 council areas of Anambra State. Joy Iluebu has details.
Government areas which include Anyamelum, Anambra West, Oka North, Dunukofia, Ihiala and Orumba South were selected based on the World Bank poverty mapping. The purpose is to adequately train community-based target teams and staff on how to identify and upload data of poor and vulnerable households into the social register to facilitate safe transfer of 5,000 naira monthly to these households. Speaking during the training program, Secretary to the Anambra State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lebele said the program is apt, given the desire of Nigerians for a new lease of life. National Coordinator Andrew Adejo enjoined the participants to understand the key principles of the program.
But the important thing is that government must, at every point in time, look at how it takes care of its aged people. Those, due to no fault of theirs, cannot have viable means of livelihood.
Particularly, the federal government is serious with moving ahead with Anambra State. The cash transfer has started in those 8 states, and the federal government giving a clear directive, go to the east, give us the states.
We have provided office accommodation with working tools to these units. The state has constituted community-based targeting team across the 6 pilot LGAs.
Some of the participants said the process requires credibility and dedication on their part.
Because time is not much on our side, they go immediately to various local governments and start the work of identifying the poor and the vulnerable.
This training is based on the community, but it will be giving the kind of the blueprint on how to go about it.
The Social Investment Cash Program is aimed at reducing extreme poverty in the country. In Oka, Joy Iluebu, NTA News.
Still in the southeast, the federal government says it will reimburse Enugu state government with about 25 billion naira it spent in rehabilitating some federal roads in the state. Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, said this in a discussion with Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi while inspecting some of the roads. Beauty Ewobamie reports.
Said federal government desires to partner more with state governments to ensure efficiency and speedy delivery of federal projects in their locality. He said work has resumed on many federal roads with visible positive impact on the economy, thereby rebooting the economy out of recession.
All our contractors are back on site. In the next 18 to 24 months, they will finish. So we're driven through the length of the road, 200 kilometers, and we've seen work going on.
The deputy governor, who received the minister on behalf of the state governor, observed that the bad state of federal roads in Enugu has had devastating effect on the social and economic life of the people. She hoped that the visit will speed up work on the project to provide respite for the people. Enugu State Federal Controller of Works, Oluropo Yetade, and his Ebonyi State counterpart also briefed the minister ongoing rehabilitation of federal roads in their state. The minister had undertaken a tour of ongoing rehabilitation work on the Umanandiagu Agbebenengbe Amanti Oka Road, where he observed that a permanent solution is being provided for the problematic section of the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway by 9th Mile. In Enugu, Beauty Ewobamie, NTA News.
And to education now, the Plateau State University, Bokos, has conferred degrees on 334 students at its first and second combined convocation. Governor Simon Lalong, who is the visitor to the university, granted scholarship and automatic employment to the 3 first-class graduates of the university. Paul Dalma reports.
Which is the first since the establishment of the Plateau State University 11 years ago, is indeed a dream come true for many, as the journey to this day has been quite challenging given that the institution witnessed a checkered history. Governor Simon Lalong, who promised to sustain funding to the institution, also assured of non-interference in the administration of the university. Governor Lalong also announced his interest in establishing a law faculty in the university and charged the governing council and management to immediately set in place machinery for meeting the requirements of the National Universities Commission for the establishment of a law faculty.
All first class in any university of Plateau descent, the state government will sponsor them to PhD level. Also directed that they will be given automatic employment in the university.
Vice-Chancellor of the University, Professor Doknan Sheni, commended the governor for the bold steps taken to turn the fortunes of the university around and also appreciated the National Universities Commission and TED Fund for their intervention, which led to the full accreditation of 2 programs and interim accreditation of 17 courses, and noted some remarkable achievements of the institution.
2 of our staff who went on this staff development program went to Nairobi. They have obtained their PhD, and I'm glad to say they are here now with us. My prayer and my plan was that by the time my tenure expires, which is next year, I would have graduated or in the process of graduating 85 PhD holders for this year.
Pro-Chancellor and Chairman of Council, Professor Atahiru Jega, noted that running a university is indeed a tedious task and urged stakeholders to come forth and contribute to the growth of the university while urging government against interference in the affairs of the university.
PLASU is a young university with a great potential. Unfortunately, its growth was blocked and almost stunted by reckless executive interference until recently, when those shackles of the past have been totally removed from or through the commendable efforts of the current governor.
Former Head of State General Yakubu Gowon and Professor Julius Okoje, the former NUC boss, were conferred honorary degrees alongside the 334 students who bagged degrees in arts, management sciences, natural and applied sciences, and social sciences.
We appreciate and consider this award to us by the Plateau State University Bokos as a great honor. It is memorable and historic.
Awards were also presented to outstanding students in various fields. In Jos, Paul Dama, NTA News.
Christian clerics have urged citizens to rededicate themselves to the service of God and that of humanity, as this will provoke God's mercy to restore the fortunes of the nation. It was the central message in some churches visited in Abuja. Kenneth Nanim reports.
It is the first Sunday in the second month of the new year, and the congregation gathered from far and near to lay their burden upon the cross of Jesus, who they believe will solve their problems. The worshippers praised and worshipped God for his benevolence to mankind. Venerable Prince Will Iroba of St. James Anglican Church, Asokoro, and Reverend Levi Johnson of the Assemblies of God Church, Garki, reminded the faithful of the scriptural injunction of a selfless service. The clerics also urged Nigerians to eschew all forms of wrongdoing, embrace love for one another, and persevere in hard work, with the conviction that God will turn the present economic situation in the country around for the better.
If every person works not just for what he will gain, it will be well with us. It is when people are idle that they get themselves involved in some evil and planning and killing others.
If the nation of Nigeria, citizens of this nation, make themselves available to God Almighty, understanding that is fearful and wonderful, that God will serve as a consuming fire. They make themselves available to him. They will live in righteousness and love to one another.
Special prayers were offered for leaders at all levels, the church and other citizens in their need. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
Staying with religious matters, women as the pillar of the church have been admonished to take their place of prayer and intercessory, as well as live a life of modesty for the well-being of the church. This was at the Synodical Women's Guild of the North Retreat in Abuja. While brainstorming on how to advance the cause of the gospel in the lives of women with the theme, The Unstoppable Church, Reverend Ini Ubuho challenged Christians to be steadfast and abounding in the work of God, which can never be in vain.
The context of that theme is very missionary, because the people of God were not stopped despite the circumstances, despite the persecution, despite the trouble, the trials and tribulations they were confronted with in the Acts of the Apostles. They were not stopped from bearing witness to the love of God and the truth of God wherever they went.
They were also admonished to humble themselves under the mighty hands of God, so that he will exalt them in due time. The Group Managing Director of Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, Dr. Mekanti Baru, says there is a 36-day sufficiency of petrol, enough to wet the country. He stated this during a courtesy visit by the management of the New Telegraph newspaper in Abuja. Dr. Baru says that as the supplier of last resort, the corporation would continue to live up to its responsibility by intervening in the supply of deregulated petroleum products like diesel, jet fuel, kerosene, and cooking gas to ensure supply sufficiency.
Consistently brought in between 30 and 45,000 metric tons ships on the average every week. That has more than augmented the supply required by the country. We've also intervened in the delivery of ATK, the aviation turbine kerosene, required by the airlines, and we've consistently ensured there is sufficient ATK in the country.
And to sports now. The Nigerian Tennis Federation concludes ITF as National Rugby Football Federation holds annual general meeting, appeals to members to show more commitment. Plus, water sports event of 11th Nigerian Navy Games begin.
I know you're the expert in all, but I'll move this thing up. Strike while the iron is hot. Why wait?
Yes, sir. If you look at the current budget...
Gentlemen, please, let's wrap this up. I have another very, very important meeting. Please leave me. Because even the big boss has to answer to someone.
Hello, Daddy.
Okay, baby. A very, very long time ago, there lived a great king. Introducing Glow 4G LTE for business and homes. Enjoy faster speeds at best prices nationwide. Available to all customers. And the princess said, welcome to the new speed of life.
Bonjour. Inakwana.
I can say without equivocation that my glimpse of the facilities, staff and students, as I drove around and chatted with them, this campus leaves me or anyone in no doubt that the setting of this university is superlatively impressive. with nothing of this kind that I have seen so far in the country or anywhere else.
Afe Babalola University, the fastest growing educational institution in Africa.
There is a reason that Africa is called the new frontier. What was once potential is now an opportunity ready to be seized. Once revered for our resources, today's wealth lies in our people. People who build decisions that shape the future. People who know an idea in one place means business in another. A generation for whom technology means there are no borders, no boundaries. We are the new lions in a brave new world, kings of the urban jungle. And there's a bank that puts the world in our pocket and the future in our hands. UBA, Africa's global bank. The Tony Elumelu Foundation's $100 million entrepreneurship program is empowering Africa's next business leaders. 10,000 entrepreneurs, 54 countries. Become a Tony Elumelu entrepreneur. Apply now.
Your Cowboypedia 60 seconds of fame starts now.
Are you good enough to be Nigeria's Future Inventor 2017? Courtesy Cowboypedia, the mathematics quiz show for junior and senior secondary schools in Nigeria. Get your school to visit www.cowboypedia.ng to register for the competition between Tuesday, 17th of January and Sunday, 5th of March 2017. Qualifying examinations will be written on Saturday, 11th of March 2017. For more information, see posters and flyers at all State Ministry of Education and NECO offices nationwide, or visit facebook.com/cowboymath. Cowboypedia, nurturing Nigeria's future inventors. Brought to you by
amazing moms who identify and nurture the uniqueness in our kids. Indomie noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you.
Hello? Welcome to the M6 Challenge. Using your new Xiaomi M6, carry out everything on that list. Starting now. Get to the door. Congratulations, you have passed the test. Xiaomi M6 with a 5,000 milliampere battery that lets you go on for 2 days on a single charge. Xiaomi M6, always in power.
Thanks for staying on the line. We'll start tonight with one of the world's most endangered wildlife, the sea turtle. The one in this report is lucky to have been rescued from the hands of human predators. The rescuer names the turtle Okufunke, nurtured it to good health, and then released it into its natural habitat. This was in Lagos, and Jennifer Igwe, our environment-friendly reporter, was there. Based on Okufunke's experience, she will take us into the world of sea turtles so we can better appreciate them. Jennifer, over to you.
Found in warm and temperate water throughout the world, sea turtles are one of the Earth's most ancient creatures. The 7 species of sea turtles found today, experts say, have been in existence for about 100 million years since the dinosaurs. They look like their cousins on land, the tortoise, but with features that depict their difference. The sea turtle's shell is streamlined for swimming through water and has arms shaped like paddles. They cannot retract their legs and heads into their shells like the land tortoise.
They are listed in the IUCN Red List. IUCN Red List means the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. The Red List is for animals that are endangered or threatened. And when you say an animal is endangered, that means if care is not taken, you won't see that animal again.
Most sea turtles have unique traits and migrate very long distances, sometimes thousands of miles between their feeding grounds and beaches where they nest.
That's why they are called migrant species. And then what they do after they migrated is when they want to breed, they come back to the same area where they were, where they were born with their males, the mates at sea, and then the females come ashore to lay their eggs. And there is a particular green turtle which has the nesting site fidelity. That means exactly the same area where it was born. That is where it will come back to lay its egg.
The trait sea turtles have of laying their eggs on beaches where they were hatched is one of the key factors responsible for their depleting population. Poachers target them at such periods to cut away about 100 eggs laid respectively by each of them. Afterwards, they grab the turtles and sell them to those whose delicacy menus they meet. Okufunke, the sea turtle, is a survivor. Named by her rescuer, Okufunke translates to the water goddess gave us to pamper. And pampering she sure received after she was rescued from a poachers who tried to sell her on the streets of Lagos.
So we created a small pond for her, and we always put in water every hour to make sure that she's okay. We give her food and things like that.
Doi Sola, a young lawyer turned environmentalist, ensured Okufunke got a home away from home treatment very close to her natural habitat.
Bittersweet experience, because everybody's like, oh, hi Okufunke, how's she eating or what's she doing? I'll take pictures, I'll put out videos, Instagram, Twitter, and so many people were connected, and I felt good. I almost felt like a mother.
Well, this particular Ridley's turtle, first of all, there's not that many of them left. Over the years, not just in Nigeria, but globally, all over the world, we've been impacting very negatively on them. The pollution of oil in the seas, particularly the pollution of plastic in the seas, which they ingest, and also the slaughtering of them.
After 48 hours in her temporary abode, it was time to send Okufunke forth to meet members of her aquatic clan. Step by step, Okufunke walked majestically into her natural world. The big ocean wave was the welcome call she needed. And within a twinkle of an eye, Okufunke blended with the ocean. Off it goes into its natural habitat. And it's a good thing that right here in Nigeria, we have reintroduced Okufunke into the marine ecosystem. Unlike what used to happen in the past, where in this part of the world, when creatures like this come offshore, they end up in some people's cooking pot.
It tells that we're beginning to care for nature, which is absolutely fantastic.
Environmentalists say, as simple as Okufunke's rescue and release may seem, it is a vital step to help saving the depleting sea turtles and the crucial role they play in the ecosystem.
That report has weaned some turtle meat lovers of the delicacy. Mission accomplished. Thanks, Jennifer. They are 25 in number from different parents. For one reason or the other, they found themselves on the streets. With nowhere to call home, a bond was created amongst them. They stuck together and made a refuse dump their abode. Seeing them this way did not go down well with a non-governmental organization. The organization took some steps to do something about it. This is in Uyo, from where Clemens Barikwe reports.
In October 2016, NTOA News did a report on about 25 children who spent 6 months feeding from a refuse dump site along Old Stadium Road of Willington Bassey Way, Uyo. These children between the ages of 7 and 20 who reside in this dump site as their home and possibly with no hope of leaving this place someday, jointly erected a tent where 25 of them usually sleep. Today, there seems to be a light at the end of the tunnel for these leaders of tomorrow. A non-governmental organization, Reach Out Life International Foundation, has stepped into their situation and rented an apartment for them within the capital city, where they are currently undergoing reformation.
Actually, we moved 30 people. So why you have about 7 people now is that after about 2 weeks of orientation, teaching, prayers, importance of family life, dangers of street life, many of them saw the need to go back home, and we started reintegrating them.
12 of them have been successfully reunited with their families. About 3 months ago, we went to a refuse dump along Barracks Road in Uyo, and we saw over 20 children residing there. We are here at the residence of one of those kids that have been rescued.
So I thank God so much for this Mauka as in carrying him.
Efu Thompson, a 16-year-old orphan, says he left home due to maltreatment by his aunt and have a dream of becoming a mechanical engineer.
And we don't have a place to stay. That was why I come out to hustle, where I can have money to take to the house. They should be feeding my younger one. We are 5 boys, but we are 3 here. I'm not going to my mama can't stay for this downside before this road I come carry us.
Some of them have gone back to their parents, but challenges still lies. Many of the families say they barely eat 2 square meals a day, and furthering their education is a mirage. For now, the future of this bunch of talents hangs in the balance and will only be settled through the support of government, individuals and corporate bodies.
Other NGOs need to take a cue from that and rid the dangerous streets of lost children. Now, do you know that everyone prays to grow old, but hardly anyone likes to be told that they are old or looking old? Women are more guilty of this. Perhaps that is why a lot of women apply cosmetic products not only to enhance their beauty, but also to cut down on some years. It is with this in mind that Annie Daniels packaged this report on what some people do to enhance their beauty to remain young and attractive.
No doubt everyone loves to look beautiful and attractive. Consciously or subconsciously, this desire is so intense that even in advertisement, the minutest product is attached to a very beautiful or handsome young model. The ripple effect is that some people may try to look as nice as these models or whoever they admire and employ the use of cosmetics.
Lightening, body cream, I have moisturizing, I have the one that only tones, I have the one that's for stubborn spots and acne, I have a stretch mark.
But you may ask, do people always achieve the desired look with makeup?
Sure. Makeups make ladies, women more beautiful. Like, it really adds to their beauty a lot. You're going to be cute, like you're going to have this baby look.
It gives other people a false impression of what your face really looks like. You know, you see somebody looking so touche, looking so beautiful, and then all of a sudden the person is out of the makeup and the person is looking like something else.
If you pray in the night with your natural something, and when they just come in the morning to come and give you the what you answer for, what you ask God to do for you, when they see you with makeup, they may be confused that no, this is not the person, this is another identity.
There is a lightening, different variants, oil, soap, tube for lightening, so it should be sure that in the next 5 years your skin will be damaged. You look very, very old and you're granny.
If I use this makeup, I'll be okay, people will like me, and my face will be fine. They're not going to say, hungry or water no day for my body. If I leave, I will do what? If you see me, no go like my face. Crocodile go fool my face.
The face is the major part of a woman's body that receives the most attention when it comes to makeup. There are different makes, shades and colors.
Powder, your brows, your eyeliner, and your lipstick. But whenever they're talking about every makeup, you use your glitters, your shadows, you apply your contour, bronze your face, your eyelashes.
Some rub the powder too much, you understand, to the extent that even the men that they are trying to attract will make them reject them.
Is it for men?
Yes, whatever a woman put on is for men.
Can this be true, that women apply makeup in order to be attractive to the opposite sex?
I don't believe that. I want to look good. I want to feel good. Not for anybody, but to satisfy myself and to show the beauty in me.
These respondents, however, do not think women should concern themselves more about their physical beauty.
Beauty comes from inside. You have to be beautiful inside before it comes outside. If people can maintain the natural, it will not wear off. The natural can never wear off. Because I discovered that some people that make up, at the end of the day, if they didn't make it, they will be older than their age.
Well, if you look at it critically, everybody is physically beautiful in their individual ways. To achieve that young and attractive look, however, live a healthy lifestyle, and that means eat healthy, drink healthy, sleep healthy, and more than anything else, cut your clothes according to your clothes. Becky, don't you agree with me?
I totally agree with you, Annie. I'm all for staying beautiful, especially on the inside. This one is from Oyinaya Kaluoka. She tells the story of a young lady who dared the consequences to make her dream come true. Her name is Mariam, and Oyinaya says she is a bundle of talent in fine arts. Her works are inspiring and reflect hope of a better Nigeria. Let's see it.
A beautiful and smooth drive along the Abuja roads, getting to the artist's apartment in Wuse. With a lively family, Mariam Megida was lost in her world, painting away her dreams, imaginations, and realities. Her love for art is inborn, right from a tender age when she could hold a pencil. She scribbled just anything.
These are some of her early works. Mariam, this one was when you were at what age did you paint this out?
I was in nursery 3. So
Really?
Yes.
Nursery 3?
Yes.
This is beautiful.
From then, despite some discouragement, Mariam went ahead to study fine arts at the Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria.
I developed more interest day by day because I was always making sketches. All the time I have this book that I'm always drawing.
Her works are impressive, reflecting the hope to make Nigeria better.
Mariam Megida has done more than 100 works, sold about 30 of them. She has participated in 9 exhibitions, with one being solo. Most of her works are abstract, with bright and vibrant colors, depicting life situations.
Coming from the northern part of the country, where few women are involved in art, Mariam says it was not easy, but her determination saw her through.
She's really committed. Sometimes she will put something on fire. I will say, Mariam, what is burning? She will run. I say, oh, you know, Mariam, you know, go I'm drawing this thing, I'm drawing. I say, this you are drawing, oh, I will stop it for this house.
I never felt intimidated at all. I had this focus.
To her family and friends, she is a source of pride.
Now, I feel proud now being interviewed on her behalf. I feel proud. Who am I?
Yeah, my dad.
No, that is what I'm telling you.
She's so inspiring, as in she has learned very well.
Mariam does not have the plan of stopping now, as she intends to encourage more girl child from the northern part of the country to explore the art world.
So many of the girls from the north, they'd call me, Mariam, I like you, I want to do this, I want to do that. My parents are this, they are not encouraging me, and then I give them ideas, I encourage them to work more. And sometimes I even invite some of them over, we'll do the work together and then put them through.
Popularly called the woman of color, Mariam Megida says she hopes to use the power of art to inspire, astonish, and change the mindset of Nigerians.
That was impressive. Watch out for Miriam. She will go places with her talent. We recorded a lot in our corporate events diary this week. When we return from this break, we shall download the events for your info and viewing pleasure. Stay on the line.
The best deal in town. Glow is giving away 4G LTE smartphones absolutely free. Get this super stylish 4G LTE smartphone free when you buy a 48,000 Naira data bundle. This stunning 4G LTE smartphone free when you buy a 60,000 Naira data bundle. Or this state-of-the-art 4G LTE smartphone free when you buy a 75,000 Naira data bundle. The ideal phones for 4G, 3G and 2G. Plus, with Glow, you always enjoy 4G for the same price as 3G. Hurry to the nearest Glow World for the best deal in town. Welcome to the new speed of life.
On behalf of all the strategic partners of Kogi State in the construction industry, we congratulate His Excellency Alhaji Yaya Bello, 4th Executive Governor of Kogi State, and the good people of the Confluent State on the occasion of the first anniversary of the new direction government of Alhaji Yaya Bello and his team. We are proud to be associated with the milestones recorded in the area of road infrastructure and constructive engagement of youth in the rural areas. As strategic partners in your government, we are determined to meet the collective aspirations of Kogites as enunciated in your new direction blueprint agenda. God bless Kogi State, the confluence of opportunities. Announcer, strategic partners of Kogi State in the construction industry.
Hello, I just got back from the States and I need a SIM so I can have a number.
Bonus you need.
What's nyafu nyafu?
If you join them till end, you go enjoy bonus to bracket.
What's bracket?
See, any bonus wouldn't give you, go fit to do anything you like with them. Chatting, browsing, texting, calling, to any network for Nigeria, and no condition at all. Completely freedom. Everything about you.
What's buckle?
If you buy the charge card 100 naira, they will give you 600 naira. If you call the charge 200 naira, as a big beverage is now, they will give you 1,200 naira.
Hey, what's that? Show me the way now.
Get an MTN SIM, register it, and get 6 times of all your recharges every time you recharge, and much more.
MTN, everywhere you go.
This is not just a pitch. This is not just another kid. This is where I found my inspiration. This is where I learned I can stand on my own. But that together, we can fly. This is the school of life. This is where champions are made.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Feel the tasty, refreshing goodness of Chi Iced Tea. Chi Iced Tea, made from premium natural tea leaves. With delicious fruity flavors. Chi Iced Tea. Drink positive. Come over to the tea side of life.
Welcome back. Professor Uche Azikiwe has paid glowing tributes to God for making her attain the biblical age of 3 scores and 10. She is the wife of late Nigerian president and foremost nationalist Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Ben Asogwa captured the 70th birthday anniversary celebration this way.
The only residence of late Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was agog as people from all walks of life came from far and wide to felicitate with the celebrant. The event began with a Thanksgiving service at St. John's Anglican Church, Onui, Nsukka. The Anglican Bishop of Nsukka Diocese, Right Reverend Aloysius Agbo, said life is a gift from God and should be celebrated to His glory.
When you look at them,
You will see so many reasons why you should say, God, thank you for this life.
The service featured a special thanksgiving by the chief celebrant. She thanked God for keeping her alive and the guests for honoring her.
The Lord has been good and kind, exceptionally good to me. And I say, God, thank you for everything.
Her children appreciated God for keeping their mother alive.
It's a thing of joy. We are grateful to God. We are grateful to all that He has done for her in her life. I wish her that she is alive to carry her grandchildren's children with good health.
Friends, relations, and well-wishers also wished her more years ahead.
To show that we are very, very happy to associate with the family that made Nigeria great.
I thank God for her life, a very significant life.
We are wishing her long life, good health, and more closeness to God.
It has been 70 years of fruitful service to the nation.
Each time we see Professor Azikiwe, we see the great Zik.
Pray that the good Lord will grant her another 10 years.
She reminded the guests that she is an old soldier in the famous Nkrumah Afipo dance and was later joined in cutting the 70th birthday cake by family members and friends.
Amen.
10 years. Congratulations, ma'am. He's wishing you many happy returns of the day. The town of Abriba, also known as Small London in Ohafia local government area of Abia State, came alive when sons, daughters, and well-wishers came to grace the occasion of the traditional retirement of one of their sons, Chief David Ogba Onoha, popularly known as Bodex. Uchechukwu Onwe reports that the ceremony is observed every 4 years, particularly by those retiring from active community service.
Chief David Ogba Bodex was born into the family of Chief and Madam Onoha Ogba and has become a household name within and outside Abriba community due to his immense contribution towards the development of his community. Having attained the traditional retirement age of 64 from active community service, Chief Onoha, as a way of giving back to his people, built an arcade which will serve as an event center and as a way of engaging their youths meaningfully. While commissioning the edifice, Air Commodore Oko Butikiwe retired, accompanied by the Nashoki of Abriba. His Royal Majesty Eze Kalu Ogbu said holiday seekers to Abriba and others holding events now have a complete relaxation center that is well secured.
We have asked Igbos outside Igbo land to move back their wealth, to go home and help develop our Igbo land, so that there will be employment for all and sundry.
David Ogba Bodex, who have carved a niche for himself in the telecommunication industry and other spheres of human endeavor, received members of his age grade called Igwena, members of his community, as well as in-laws who came to celebrate with him for joining the Elders Forum. While wishing him well as he retires from active community service, his children, family members, and business associates commended him for his tireless effort at keeping with the injunction, "Be your brother's keeper."
He has achieved a lot of great things, and we are wishing him the best for the future. Not just children like me, but he also he did some of those things, the most positive things he has done for his community, for himself, for his family. Those are the things we want to emulate.
I want him to be able to carry people along as an icon.
Family members took turns to present him with various gift items such as clothes, footwears, food items, as well as 2017 model Rolls-Royce car. Chief David Bodex Ogba, while appreciating the honor done him, called on the youths to emulate his steps as he cut his traditional retirement cake.
best wishes to Chief Ogba Onoha. Moving on, 50 Nigerian youths in Oyo State have been lifted by a company that feels it owes it to the people to give back to them. Ultra Deep Petroleum Limited and its co-venturers in oil mining license sponsored the youths to acquire skills in agriculture and catering services at the Ofa Center of Agriculture in Iwo, Osun State. Now the youths have graduated successfully and were there to felicitate with them.
The Ofa Center Institute of Agriculture, a product of the Catholic Archdiocese of Ibadan, began operations in 2006. Located at Olupona Iwo in Osun State, the institute is responsible for the training and empowerment of people in agriculture and catering services.
We found that people have no jobs, people are derailed, people don't even know what to do with themselves, especially the young ones.
Excite the mind of young ones to tell them farming is not a cost profession.
Ultra Deep Petroleum Limited, a Chevron company, and its co-venturers sponsored 50 Nigerian youths to acquire skills in agriculture and catering services at the institute.
Ultra Deep Petroleum Limited, with its co-venturers, have consistently made it a point of duty to enhance the development of Nigerian capacities and capabilities in the oil and gas industry.
After 3 months of intensive training, the institute graduated the students and certified them as their worthy ambassadors. Some of them are university graduates in other disciplines.
I decided to move into agriculture, and that does not stop me from doing my computer because I'm a programmer already.
This opportunity was given to us by this center under the auspices of Chevron. We learn a lot and we are set to exploit and explore the world of agriculture.
The institute, some experts say, has the enabling environment.
I will always want to encourage a hands-on approach of this sort in engaging our youths for them to see the benefits in vocational training, particularly in agriculture.
Star Deep Water Petroleum Limited, a Chevron company, and its co-venturers in the Agbami field built and equipped a science laboratory in Community Grammar School, Makola, Ibadan, a hybrid library at Ibadan Grammar School, and granted scholarships to 135 Oyo State indigents.
It was a day of joy for graduates of the Kano State University of Science and Technology, Wudil. 3,212 of them, including the first set of postgraduates, were given their certificates at an elaborate ceremony. Mohammed Rabiu Ali reports that the event brought together people from all walks of life who witnessed the conferment of awards on some prominent indigents of the state.
17 years ago, as a science-based university and center of excellence, Kano University of Science and Technology has recorded giant stride in infrastructural development as well as staff and student enrollment. The fourth combined convocation ceremony came with a new face, with 3,212 graduates from various degrees and first set of postgraduate students in the field of agricultural economics, crop science, microbiology, and geography. Pro-Chancellor of the University, Abubakar Balarabe Mahmoud, who enumerated the financial support of the Chancellor, Aliko Dangote, says the university will remain grateful for his passion to education and development of humanity.
During the period of my stewardship as Pro-Chancellor, we have tried to improve the governance structure and systems of this university.
Vice-Chancellor Professor Shehu Musa acknowledged federal government intervention of 3 billion naira tertiary education trust fund to the university, apart from Kano State government and other donors.
Chancellor, sir, I must commend your enthusiasm and patriotism, and I assure you that with the realization of this contribution, the university will be transformed into an additional center of excellence in teaching, learning, research, and community services.
Chancellor of the University, Aliko Dangote, and the State Governor, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, urged the graduates to be good ambassadors of the university wherever they found themselves.
To the graduates, I congratulate you all on your successful accomplishment. You have been through a rigorous process of training which has prepared you to face the challenges of our fast-changing world.
The current administration has commenced work on the road network
of the university. I want to assure you that we are committed to completing this project to pave way for smooth access to buildings and facilities of the institution.
The convocation witnessed the conferment of 3 distinguished Nigerians with the award of doctorate degree of science. The event also featured presentation of award to the overall best graduating student, Chinwe Grace Okafor.
Western Union is continuing with its shopping spree for as many winners as emerge from the ongoing Western Union promotion. Chuma Wankwere reports that winners of the lottery draws in Owerri, Imo State were treated to free shopping at ShopRite in the city.
It was like giving an open check to someone. These lucky winners of Western Union draws were given 60 seconds of a lifetime, as it were, to move around a section of the ultra-modern shopping complex, ShopRite in Owerri, to collect items of choice, not exceeding 60,000 naira. Some folks would say, if it were me. The zonal coordinator, National Lottery Regulatory Commission, Imo Abia Zone, Dem Anagam Ononuju, says as the sole regulatory body of events of this nature, the commission came to make sure it was properly conducted.
I have witnessed 3 winners go for the shopping spree, and so far I think I'm very satisfied. They were given 1 minute and they made it.
Some bank officials were proud to associate with most of their customers who were winners of the draw.
We had more of our customers were so interested, and when we told them about it, they took the opportunity and they sent money and received money through Western Union. And we're happy that we have most of our customers who won.
The process is very transparent and very encouraging. It's actually a reward for doing business.
Harry Uhi and Oluchi Ukwama were some winners of the draw who took part in the shopping spree.
We win the gift, so about shopping something. Then they asked us to come to ShopRite today and shop for what we need. So it's what I'm trying to make sure that I get to my own demand. So
we're done with the 1 minute shopping, and I'm so grateful. We thank God.
Western Union top brass said it was a way of rewarding long-standing customers for their patronage.
During the week in Lagos, MTN entered into partnership with one of the world's renowned football clubs, Arsenal. Annie Daniels reports that the aim is to tap into the passion that connects MTN subscribers to the rest of the world through the game of football.
MTN management says the company prides itself as one that enables its subscribers and all Nigerians connect with their passion points. Realizing that football is a key passion point, it is therefore only natural that the company engages in football, choosing one of the world's most popular clubs, Arsenal Football Club.
By this partnership, we are expecting that it will bring in more best of football to Nigeria.
We love different clubs, but the one club that sticks out that Nigerians seem to love in Nigeria. Not that we love the other ones less, but we have more people following them. That's that. So we thought this partnership makes sense because our mission statement is
The partnership MTN management adds is to further explore opportunities that will redefine the lifestyle of its esteemed customers. The value of the partnership is that Arsenal fans and football lovers will have access to match and player contents, match highlighting club news, interviews and club imagery. What's more, there will be football coaching clinics facilitated by Arsenal Football Club, talent scouting and periodic all-expense-paid hospitality trips for subscribers to watch Arsenal play at their home ground, Emirates Stadium.
Be able to see the players being interviewed and features with the players, so really interesting content that we'll be able to really let the people in Nigeria feel a lot closer to Arsenal Football Club.
It's not like we're going outside to choose for Arsenal, it's Arsenal going in Nigeria. And not only going in Nigeria, it's going to make and Nigerians happy and support and grow football.
That would be amazing. You know, sky will be the limit of the Nigerian youths. You know, the Nigerian that will be dreaming to become the next Wobi or JJ Kocha or Kanu.
Another break is on cue. We shall take it to pave way for what's to come next, amongst which is what you should do when your heart is broken. Stay on the line.
From what we have seen, we have the capacity which we can rapidly develop or feed in ourselves. If we don't import rice, we stop importing corn and other grains, Nigeria will have plenty of money to invest into developing industries, especially manufacturing, textiles and so on, and develop iron and steel, and complement the infrastructure development. So really, the opportunities are virtually limitless, and we are very, very aware of this, and we are prepared to exploit it to the fullest.
Nigeria's Center for Disease Control, NCDC, is the government organization with the responsibility to protect the health of all Nigerians. NCDC has a Connect Center with trained officers who can respond to any questions you have on infectious diseases, especially in emergency situations. You can reach the NCDC Connect Center by phone calls and other social media platforms. Voice calls are toll-free, and the trained officers will give you information or guidance on where to get immediate help. Call NCDC toll-free line on 0800-9700-0010. Website www.ncdc.gov.ng. NCDC. Let's work together to protect the health of Nigerians. This message is from the Federal Ministry of Health and the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, supported by University of Maryland, Nigeria program, with funding from U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention.
Now, what could that be? A reason to celebrate. Amazing free gifts inside every carton of Capri-Sun. Collect fun alarm stickies, rulers and colour pencil sets. Capri-Sun, naturally fun.
House of Cheap.
Now what could that be? A reason to celebrate. Amazing free gifts inside every carton of Capri-Sun. Collect fun alarm stickies, rulers and colour pencil sets. Capri-Sun, naturally fun.
House of Cheap. You two need to clean up this place right now. Now.
Game over.
Sometimes when it gets too much, ooh, just to the trick talk. Every time that you want to, ooh, just to the trick talk. Open up, say and just to the trick talk.
Creamy vanilla and yummy strawberry cream in crunchy Chick Choc Twingles.
Ooh, make it just to the.
Make every moment fun with Chick Choc Twingles and Chick Choc All Sports Wafers. Do the Chick Choc.
The production, distribution, and sale of counterfeit and fake drugs is a corrupt practice and a crime against humanity. This has informed several measures and strategies to combat fake drugs, including introduction of anti-counterfeiting cutting-edge technologies to detect fake drugs on the spot. These technologies are being deployed to all the states across the Federation, as well as the internally displaced people's camps. The President, Muhammadu Buhari, and his team are committed to this fight.
The federal government of Nigeria, in line with its anti-corruption agenda and posture, will fight a total war against fake drugs and other unwholesome regulated products in order to ensure that Nigerians remain healthy and well.
Lend your support and join NAFDAC to rid the country of fake drugs and unwholesome regulated products. NAFDAC, safeguarding the health of the nation.
The Future Assured project and its components Get Involved, initiated by the wife of the President, Her Excellency Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, is not relenting in championing the cause of Nigerian women and children. Its provision of free medical screening educational support, and the fight against malnutrition, especially in the Northeast, has indeed informed international recognition, partnerships and awards.
We are very grateful and appreciative for your wonderful gesture you have accorded to us.
With future assured, Nigerian women and children are assured of a bright future.
Future is assured when we join hands to promote the health of our women and children. Get involved.
Get involved and support the Future Assured initiative. Future Assured, promoting and protecting the lives of Nigerian women and children.
Thanks for staying on the line. A hall for the St. Bernard Anglican Catholic Church, in Egwaholo Isi community, the local government area of Edo State, has been inaugurated. It was built by a former Director General of the NTA, Dr. Tony Iradia, and his wife. Archbishop of the Benin Metropolitan See, Most Reverend Augustine Akaboize, praised them for adding value to the development of their roots. Agatha Egwari Ujo reports.
Archbishop Akubeze blessed the whole and prayed that it would add value to the work of evangelization. As is common with celebrations in the Catholic Church, the inauguration of the hall was preceded by a Holy Mass. Dr. Akubeze says the generosity of the Iradias has opened a new door for people to socialize and strengthen relationship with God.
Worked hard as Director General of NTA, we brought lots of transformation into the system. He is a goal-getter. Dr. Tony and Mrs. Iradia, I thank you for giving your resource to the church.
Members of the NTA family, serving and retired, guests, family members joined the Iradias to appreciate God, especially as the inauguration coincided with his birthday anniversary. Beyond the work of charity, Dr. Iradia says the project is to honor his wife's mother, who died when she was only a baby.
This village is where my wife's mother is from. We never knew her. And so the only thing we can do to remember her is to come this way and do a few things here. We are believing that with this hall here, people who marry here, people who have events to do, they won't need to go to Benin. They can sit here and do whatever they want to do. The hall is as beautiful as what you will find in Benin.
I just want to say thank you, Lord, for all He has done in my life.
Guests and family members are not surprised about the gesture, considering the pedigree of Dr. Iradia.
We grew as children. I know that he's been a very courageous and deliberate human being. And now, as we grow older, I am also happy that we are gravitating towards Almighty God.
I knew when my brother started the building gradually, many years back. He has been doing it, little by little, little by little. Today it has come to fruition, so we are very happy.
It shows that the wife has been faithful and has been nice to him. That is why he thought it wise to do something befitting to the late mother.
Egwaholo Isi is a rural community less than an hour drive from Benin. Today it can boast of an addition to its infrastructure, courtesy of one of its own.
Hearty cheers to Dr. Tony Iradia and wife for the gesture. This one is interesting. At the mention of the word heartbreak, people just think it must have to do with a love relationship gone bad between a man and a woman. Maybe. But a person can suffer heartbreak when any one of something he holds most dear disappoints him. Tonight we're asking, when a person suffers heartbreak, what's the experience like and the healing process? Emel Dori compiled this report.
Heartbreak can happen as a result of breach of trust, painful loss of something or someone very dear.
I so much trusted a guy, and we're going out, and all of a sudden I found out that he was planning an introduction while we were dating.
I had a lady I wanted to marry, so we were courting together. All of a sudden, it's like they spoiled her mind. Being my first love, I got disappointed too. That caused me heartbreak. This year was just 250 naira. Do you know what my father did? Instead of my father to give me 250 naira to go and pursue the phone, he gave me 300 naira to go and buy him pounded yam with bokoto and small starch, which cost him 300 naira. Then I cry, I never look at my tears.
I have a junior brother, we did business together. He said that you signed a document unknowingly, not knowing that you're going to use the document to sign off the money we wanted to collect. So that was it.
My master I served for 12 years.
Okay, what happened?
At the end of the day, I was settled with 2,000 naira.
Business partner. Okay.
Then
we are working together, okay, so that we share the money equally. But at last, it disappointed me. It did not give me my own share.
My mom is dead. That's the only thing I can say. That is the only hard work I have ever got.
What sort of situations and occurrences can break a person's heart?
Even when someone gets suddenly sacked, you put in so much effort in your job, you expect promotion, and what you see is, sorry, your services are no longer needed.
Psychologists say that about 70% of heartbreaks occur in romance relationships. What can the implication be on the one whose heart is broken?
I couldn't sleep all through the night. It was driving me crazy, seriously. I couldn't eat, I was at work, I kept crying. Maybe there are times I'll remember some things he said, maybe some promises he made, I'll just cry.
How severe can the pain of heartbreak be?
In the immediate period after a heartbreak, certain health parameters like the heart rate, pulse rate, and blood pressure, all those things go up. So one at that point in time is prone to a shock, what we call cardiogenic shock. That's what the person can collapse. And once the person collapses, the person can pass on.
There must be telltale signs on someone suffering from heartbreak.
They feel physical pain, just like it's an emotional pain, but it comes like physical pain. Secondly, it also shows them they present like depression. They have symptoms of depression, they become sad over a period of time. They call it pervasive sadness. Low energy, they lose interest in normal things they used to enjoy. They don't want to take their bath, they don't want to eat, they are not sleeping well at night, they can't concentrate on whatever they are doing, and at the same time, they begin to lose weight.
These respondents who suffered such pain relay how they got healed.
What I've used to conquer my understand is prayer and fasting.
I was able to recover quickly by the Spirit of God.
These ones, however, are indifferent about the subject.
I've never been heartbroken.
The Bible says we should worry over nothing.
Because heartbreak can have fatal consequences if not well managed, psychologists advise anyone who is going through such to develop a positive mindset, and with time, the wound will heal.
It's indeed a matter of time. The pain becomes a distant memory with time. You will emerge stronger in the end. Running off nicely, we shall take the last commercial break, come back to tell you what next. Stay on the line.
We are a wonderful, highly nutritious family. Smalley loves hanging out with friends. Selfie keeps you nourished.
Healthy goodness inside and out.
We got Paddy for celebrating the high points of life with friends. Our active triplets are always on the go. Mixology goes well with all your favorite drinks. Slurp It Off is a first choice for your fast food. And Go-Gurt is like our Ajala, everywhere you need him to be. And then there's me, Jolly Jolly, bringing nourishment to every gathering. Hollandia yogurt is bursting with goodness inside and out. So we've got nourishment for everyone and every moment. Hollandia yogurt, it's all good.
Nigerians. Suicide bombers are not spirits. They are not ghosts. They are human beings like you and me. They live amongst us. They are your neighbors. They are your friends today, but terrorists tomorrow.
So you must know your neighbor now. Security begins with you and me. Know your neighbor. Be vigilant. Be security conscious. Report suspicious persons, objects, and movements to the police and other security agencies. The security of our nation is a duty for you and me.
If you see something, say something. Nigeria, unite against terrorism. This message is brought to you by the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture.
Humility, patience, and good neighborliness were the words used to describe late bill killer Solomon Dalong, wife of the Minister of Youth and Sports, Solomon Dalong. This was during the funeral service held in Arana in Jos. Ben Mito reports.
With the ailment that her body finally succumbed to, as relations, friends, and well-wishers come together to pay their last respect. The church, friends, neighbors, and former colleagues testified how the deceased related with them while alive. It was a testimony of humility, sacrifice, and generosity. In his sermon, Reverend Abuja charged the living to always remember that one day human wisdom, knowledge, and even modern science will fail. Representative of the Plateau State Governor reminded the congregation on the need for regular appreciation to God, even in unpleasant situations as this.
The Bible says, in all circumstances, not in some, that we must give thanks to Him, whether in death, whether in happiness, or whatever.
With the service over, the corpse departed Jos for Sabongida in Lantan South local government area for final interment. To the husband and child, she epitomizes patience.
She was somebody who was kind-hearted. She was very charitable, loving, and very peaceful. Her trademark is smile. Even if she's meeting you for the first time, she will welcome you with a smile. We thank God for her life.
I miss her so much because she's like a friend, a sister, and a wife to me. So far, I'm my first son.
Born in 1967, Mrs. Briskila Dalum had worked with the Nigerian Prisons Service and retired in 2015. Her marriage to Solomon Dalum is blessed with 5 children and a grandchild.
May her soul continue to rest in peace. Amen. That's our offering on this first Sunday in the second month of the year 2017. Expect more next week when we return with a bumper package with you in mind. Thanks for your company tonight. Good night and God bless Nigeria.